What would you say is the most important quality of a person? One trait, one quality, one trait.
I don't think I can answer that.
Was that at me?
Everyone,
I don't know how to answer that. The most important today.
Whether it gets you,
I think I can answer
that will get you that anywhere you want to go in life.
I've got one.
What?
Win people on side.
In general, or what I think of a person?
What do you think? And what do you think is a trait or quality, just one, that somebody needs? That somebody needs.
I know I can't put it specifically what it's to do with a mindset. But it's
Mindset's
even
one word.
Yeah.
It's one word, but it's
so that's good.
it's broad. But yeah, that's.
I'd say patience.
That's a good one.
Authenticity.
That's a good one. Could be
What's yours?
narrowed down. Confidence.
Mm.
I feel if you take away slash, not slash, for somebody else,
Yeah.
I'd say looks. Hear me out here. Confidence, because confidence can unlock doors. That you can make something that is dead if you wear it with confidence.
Yeah.
People start liking it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that confidence will help you a lot in whatever you're doing. I'm not saying it's just a positive trait, but it's a very strong trait which you can have outshine any other trait. Yeah. And also, just because of the current world we're in, the reason why I also think looks is because you see, if you're good looking, yeah.
Get away with shit.
That makes you travel bare far for no reason. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, it's true though.
Like you could be proper dumb. No, seriously.
No.
It's true.
You can be proper dumb
Mm-hmm.
and just excelling like wild. And I'm like, what?
Most
Because this person's good
celebrities,
looking.
Best celebrities.
Do you get what I mean? So, firstly, I'd say confidence, but I'd say if I
No, but confidence is like that's
That's a key one, yeah.
That's a key one.
The thing is,
It's
it is
Look at
because-
Trump. Look at
that's a
Trump.
real.
Bruv.
Trump's in the position because
Yeah.
he's
Confident.
confident.
Yeah.
He didn't care about
Listen,
nobody.
I swear to you, if people just like took away just the political whatever with Trump. If you actually look at Trump for who this guy is, this guy's a fucking gangster,
He's true.
No, he is. He's confident, he's arrogant, he's about it.
And
Like,
he
he
does
doesn't
what he
hide
says
it.
he's going to do.
Yeah.
Do you think he's building that wall? He don't give a what people are saying. And he's doing what he's saying he's going to do.
The thing is, you could do something wrong with confidence.
Yeah.
And it won't even, if you do something, you make a mistake, you're like,
I think
fuck.
Vash could do that.
I know, so. No, the thing is, you make a wrong turn, yeah? If you went down a wrong, if you make a wrong turn, yeah, and you're just like, I made a wrong turn, my bad. But you do it, and you're like, what?
He's
No,
smart.
I made a wrong turn, but now I know
If you do something
not to
wrong
do
with
that again.
confidence, yeah?
It comes across different.
No.
It's
If
mad.
you do something like, if you actually do something wrong with confidence, right? Like,
It takes
like,
the heat off of it, right?
it's actually
responsibility.
like,
Yeah.
it feels so. If someone can tell me that I'm wrong, and I've already accepted it, it feels so good.
Bruv,
Because
this
it's like,
is it.
oh well, shit, I fucked up. innit?
exactly. And
And I
I
actually do get why I fucked up, but like I mean, it makes it easier for me.
Because you,
Yeah.
no one can't.
When you
can't
fight
be
it,
broken.
when you try and fight it, it's like,
No.
no man,
That's
I
not
can't.
your
Yeah,
confidence.
you just gotta accept
And
it.
you go, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
That's like back in the day. I remember there's a particular girl. Everyone would be talking about slags, and there was a girl who was just like, yeah,
Oh,
slag. She was like, yeah, I like guys. And what?
Bang.
What can you do?
That, and that's
You've done
the
the
thing.
What should you say to that?
I don't know who that is.
You can't really say anything after
You-
that.
you
Like,
shut
Like,
shit
guys,
down.
what?
hurt
I
her.
stick it on them. So what?
Yeah.
You lot stick it on, and what can you say? Oh yeah,
You
you're
can't
double
really
slag.
say.
You
Yeah.
can't do nothing about it because you just owned it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah, but
so
that's
on
the
a
thing.
flip note, what would you say is the most detrimental characteristic or trait? One word.
Ignorance.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You got me stuck now. You said I was like,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'd say self-hate.
Yeah.
Oh. It's a
Yes.
hyphenated one.
Hyphenated.
Do you know what?
But it's still kind of one word.
I'm gonna go with fear.
Yes.
No.
Fears
Fear's
Don't tell
actually
you
a
why-
safety mechanism.
Bang.
yeah,
you know?
it can be used in both
If
elements.
it's not, if you're actually letting fear consume your whole entire being, then it's not good. But fear does protect you, and fear does
That's
show
true.
you a lot about yourself.
But also, when we look at the world now, fear is what's running
Everything.
people's zombie minds, if that makes sense.
See, I think that's where that's my first
Yeah.
thought was it was fear. That is the problem. Fear is broad because I know fear saved me a few times because, as you said, depending on the context, if you say, alright, you know what, fear of losing X, Y, Z, you know that you've got that 50-50. Well, fear can hold you back, or taking that chance will just let you go. Cool. But
do you know what though? The reason why I would say that it's not the worst trait is because it could be used in both positive and negative.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. When you said it like that, I was like,
ignorance,
no, you can't.
There's not
There's
really
nothing
a
positive
positive
about
for
that.
being ignorant. Does that make sense? It's not
Yeah.
really.
Not really. Experience.
I
don't know.
I think that there is.
What, positive ignorance?
I think the positive for ignorance is so. You know, if you've got your son and you're around a group of people, you can always use that ignorant person as an example of what not to be like. That's a positive.
But I hear where you're coming from. No, I hear where you're coming from. But that's
not a
not.
positive.
For your son, it is.
No, wait, guys.
Oh,
Wait,
so
wait.
you're talking about for the person who's
Yeah.
ignorant.
So that's what I was gonna say. You're teaching them about
You're teaching them what
cool.
not to be.
But
That's not
they're still negative.
So if I'm the person who's ignorant,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know what though? But remember, people can be ignorant to things. The only catch with that is people can be ignorant because of the lack of knowledge, not purposely ignorant.
That's why it's not a good trait though.
It's not.
That's not positive.
But then,
Nothing
but
positive.
no, it's not.
But then
it's
you
not
don't know.
positive.
Some
but
people
then
don't
if you
know they're ignorant.
Do you
That's
understand what I'm
the
saying?
issue,
Because
like,
I think it can
people
be
in
shallow.
prep are like-
There is
Yeah, but that's
context
still-
that-
that's
there is
still-
con- if the person who's ignorant doesn't
No.
isn't able to self-reflect, that is when it's really bad.
Yeah. Or if you're given information.
Everyone's
and then-
had a sense of ignorance.
Yeah, without that.
But obviously,
disability.
through growth,
If you haven't got a
you know?
disability, you can naturally be ignorant, and then you meet someone, you're like, shit.
But even with you lot's example, it still doesn't show a positive aspect.
Yeah,
Even
no.
if
No,
you
it's
can
not.
self-reflect.
It's not positive.
So
but would
therefore-
you not say it's neutral as opposed
No.
to?
No, I'd
So
say
there's nothing
Yeah.
positive about
Coming of it.
There's nothing positive about it.
It still leads to
Even
problems.
if
Okay,
you know you're ignorant and that's something you're trying to work on, that doesn't mean that ignorance is positive. That means
You know what?
your
What you're
other
doing
traits
is
are
positive.
positive.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
What did you say again?
Self-hate.
Self-hate.
I think is a.
And now I think of a new one.
Self-hate is like that creates fear. That creates ignorance.
It creates
That
everything. Yeah.
It doesn't. Your
It's
mind.
like
is-
the umbrella.
Yeah.
Do you know,
That's the umbrella
do
for
you know what?
everything
That
else.
is a good one. Do you know what I'll say? Ego.
Yeah.
But
No, because you see, when you speak
I
about
can challenge
confidence,
that.
Trump's ego is what.
That's
That's what
what's-
carries.
No. But I think confidence and ego
Can be
are two
separated.
different things.
But
I think they're two different
Explain.
things. I
Let
don't.
me understand.
Okay, cool. So for me, the ego of right. Okay, cool. So if someone's done something wrong, yeah. If someone's done something wrong, and like we just said, right. If they were confident and they've done something wrong, they
Fair
would
enough.
know that they've done something wrong and be like, oh shit, I've done something wrong, but I can apologize or I can do whatever, however they want to deal with
Ego
that
thing,
wrongdoing,
isn't it?
they can do that with confidence, yeah? If you have ego and you do something wrong, it's not going to allow you to say, oh, I've done something wrong. It's going to allow you to be like, either fight back with aggression or something else, or like wrong and strong, or whatever the case may be. That's ego. That's why. But I see why people would get the two interlinked, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's
the thing
two
is, I think
separate
they can correlate, but they're not the
things.
same.
They're not the same thing.
But the only thing with ego though, yeah, is sometimes I think if it's used correctly, and maybe that's the art of manipulation, then it can be used to excel. Because you
So
see,
give
like
me an
when you're
example
saying,
of
see,
the
alright,
correct way of
see
using
with you saying about good looks. If we're gonna put it in that bracket, alright,
It's not
we've got a good-looking guy, girl, or whatever. They're going for a job or something. Now they know that they haven't got the capacity up here completely for the job, but they've got that ego, which is.
That's confidence.
I know, no. They've got the confidence here, but they've got the ego that won't allow them. No, the reason I say ego with this is because they won't allow. You see the acceptance part, right? Confidence, you accept certain things. If they've got that egotistical kind of views, like I'm the shit, yeah, but not just I'm the shit because I know I look good. It's the whole, in my mindset, no one's better than me, this is who I am, and they portray it. You've got a level of confidence and you've got a level of ego. The next level is ego, yeah? When someone comes in and says to you, yes, I'm capable, I know I've got this, you say, oh, he's a confident young man, yeah, tick that off. If he comes forthright to you and is like, listen, no one's better than me at this, yeah? And you're like, okay, well, why? Okay, and if you come out with the because I'm able to do
But
cool.
let me just interject there. But that's why I would say ego's negative. Because if somebody, even if you're using your example of a job interview, and someone comes in and says, there is no one better than me in an aggressive manner because ego, then that's not gonna, no matter even if no one is better than them, the interviewer isn't gonna say, okay, I'm gonna hire this person. They're gonna say, this person's tripping. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas if they come in with confidence, it's
positive.
Do you see what,
This is what I'm saying. They're gonna think, oh, they can help our brand grow because they know what they're talking about.
But the ego can work
the ego
on minor levels
go,
as well as confidence. That's why I would say it's balanced, because the ego might say, on the other hand, the ego might say, well, I don't want to push it too far because I don't want them to think about his ego.
Exactly.
So the ego might say downplay or upplay. That's
So
why
ego working both ways.
It can, yeah,
works on
because
both
it's,
ways.
as I say, it's even
Your ego
manipulation can kind of come into ego as well, yeah. Because I'm gonna take the dating scene now, yeah. When you've got a guy that knows he's good looking.
When you say someone's got a small ego versus a big ego, like he hasn't got an ego when people say it.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't got no ego.
There'll be that you can have.
I think you either got an ego or you don't have an ego.
No. Everyone has an ego.
Let me tell you what I think
Yeah.
the ego actually is. It's your straw man, it's your character.
Yeah.
Your character is your ego.
How you play scenarios. It's
like, you see when you say, when people say like, oh, the only battle that you have is with yourself.
yeah.
That's your ego.
Yeah.
And your psyche. So your ego is actually really important.
It's important to have.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's when you let your ego drive the car.
Your ego should be balanced.
Your ego should be in a boot of the car. And you go in and you check on, are you okay? No, shut it. No, because you have to keep it in check. If you want to
if you don't let it run you, because
it can't rule you.
Because it's so intertwined with the spirit and the body.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the middle ground.
And how do you reflect?
I'll take
How do you reflect without your ego?
You can't. That's the thing. Because if you didn't have your ego, you wouldn't. There would be no.
Right. Look.
Really?
I'm gonna be so ridiculous.
It's part of the human experience.
I will accept that it's now in both fields, but how can you not reflect without an ego?
Because the ego is attached to the character.
But people that don't have an ego, that would suggest people that don't have an ego.
Everybody has an ego.
There's your mind.
So your mind wouldn't be here.
In the Matrix.
Yeah.
Morpheus said something like,
here we go, baby.
He said something like, the body can't operate without the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but the mind needs a body as well.
And
you have to have one to have the other.
What keeps it?
It's the yin and yang, isn't it? But you see them little dots.
It is the yin and yang.
The dots.
What's the opposite of the ego?
Look, no. Look. You've got the yin and yang, yeah? So you've got the black and you've got the white, right? That's your mind, that's your body, yeah? But they see them little dots in between the opposing bits, that's your ego. So you've got an ego in the positive side, you've got an ego in the negative side. Whichever one...
What did that analogy
Something needs to link it.
No.
She's like itching up like...
I was trying to stay so humble, bro.
That's the ego. You see?
That was the ego. That was my ego there. I tried to downplay it, but you gassed me and you brought it up. That's what happened. That's what,
That's fine.
if my ego was on the black side, they got a little white dot.
That's fine.